Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing is Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But and
a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
To throw, it's Rodgers. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he returns this to the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worried about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Smith on 3rd down. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw in this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Boye Mafe. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on fourth. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Rodgers now on first down. And he fires one incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And again, it's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Rodgers now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Rodgers again now. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Ujeda and Rosu got the sack there. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left. And this will stay a 4-point game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker after run over to his head coach and explain that one.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 29, Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They snap it to Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll fake it. Now Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Off of play action, here's Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A check down here to Jones. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll complete this one to Watson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when you're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Rodgers to throw once more. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. 3rd and long, it's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Myers' kick is good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers over the middle, complete. It's Cobb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA's. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tunyon from 6 yards away. And the Packers are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Play action. It's Smith. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets them to about the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And going right back to Walker. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. From the gun, it's Walker. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Walker. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here we go on 4th. Smith. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This will be from 53 for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress flop, young buck holding the like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up a little louder, turn it up a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Rodgers going to the air to start things out. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a short pickup to about the 25.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. You think about this strong safety position, and they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Up the middle, Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 41, Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll go again to Jones. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. To the end zone, touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they could rip off any sort of a gain. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. He finds his man, complete. That's Warren. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
7-7, our score after 1. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Now Pickett. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long and hope someone would come free.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Pickett going to bootleg it. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Pickett to his tight end, Freiermuth, for the Steeler first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A slant to Jones. And he's going to have a 1st down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
Baker, first down.
Now it's Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Rodgers now to throw. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Rodgers now on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Caught by Jones. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He's got him in, complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Boswell's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points didn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half. So
barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown. I know a lot of lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He finds his man, complete. That's Warren. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
They run for it with Harris, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. On play action, now Rodgers. Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Now Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this... complete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's impersonal or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. pass running straight ahead. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 30 on 2nd down, Pickett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are right back in this football game. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
On 2nd and 11 now, Rodgers. And he's got some space here. Shoves him aside. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
So, partner, that play broke huge. And when you can get a guy into the open field after the catch, he does actually turn into a running back. But in this case,
that's not his role.
No, not ultimately, because he didn't do what? He didn't secure the football. And if he had done that, that play would have been spectacular. Instead, he turns it over.
Yeah, a big play, all for naught. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Pickett sets up play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are right back in this football game.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Second and 5 now. Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. He's got Pickens complete. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Now Pickett. Finding Pickens for another catch. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain. Looking to throw here. Pickett. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Pickett to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Second half, Charles, a little bit.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. So deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a tool, I paid it out the tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody. I just picked it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, that meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a tool. I paid it out of full.
Toys, convoy, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas. Let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First play, here's Cousins. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action. Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And again, it's Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable. and make them able to pick up those first downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. Touchdown! Aaron Jones, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play fake, Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They run again on first down. Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Play action now. Cousins. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Joseph is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
go for it. It's Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. Convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Again, it's Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Get 300! Get 300!
Here's Rodgers to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. He finds Watson complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 28 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Luongo now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. On play action, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Fourth down, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Cook up the gut. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The 1st-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Got a man, that's Lazard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's 21-3. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Working from the gun. Rodgers.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you call a downhill runner, and he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Dillon.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
Like
Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the paint. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights can't prime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after them.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Throwing is Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be fourth down. They'll run for it with Dillon. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They run again with Dillon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A check down here to Jones. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force him to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the 1st down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion.
Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers hitting Alan Lazard. And the Packers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They go play action. Winston. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. Olave over the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage. Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they get the ball back for their offensive guys, maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their...
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Jameis to throw it. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
This complete to Jones. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Finds his receiver, Watson.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. Touchdown! Randall Cobb. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Umir, he goes back out to kick this one off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Winston. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Play fake. Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man. Complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. First try for the right arm of Dalton here. He finds his man Johnson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. Now this one taken in by Olave. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. They'll get this down to the 38.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 7.
Here's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers.
He'll go right back to Tunyon.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers now to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones from 4 yards out. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This taken in at the goal line.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
52 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitz...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather.